So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
TJ, what's wrong with you? TJ.
No, they don't.
What's wrong?
They're going to come from behind team over here. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wildcard game. The sweep is out and just pops this forward. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
No! I was like, go ahead and clear everyone. Go straighten up to us.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let me play back. Yes. No, man.
Let me play defense. Let me play defense. Let me finish my drive, bro.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Playoff game. I got to win this. Next level, nigga.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because It's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 70 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 18. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And they work this out past the 25. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call it a timeout. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
They go play action here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, Thornton. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's 2nd and a yard. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. On the option, Allen will keep it. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And my goodness, another interception. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad.
This is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
On 2nd and very short, Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 3.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Go. 19 Tiger, Panther Street.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton. A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air. And the Patriots have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point safely through. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo, 72 yards. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Middle. 5 wide.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Pats are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Hey, check that, street.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Pats go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And a short gain here down to the 22. The Patriots, as they so often do, moving on to the playoffs. As we say so long, everybody.